Welcome back everyone. In today's session, I'm going to discuss very important MCQs from Macbeth Act 3 Scene 1. Go through the line by line explanation videos so that you can solve these worksheets very easily. Do check the pinned comment section for all important video links related to your syllabus. This extract has been prepared in accordance with ISC 2024 specimen question pattern. Until further notification, we are going to revise from here. We are going to solve these questions, and if there are any more updates, I'm going to inform you about that in future. Question 1. Thou hast it now, King Corder glamis all, as the weird women promised, and I fear thou playest most foully for it. Banquo's soliloquy at the beginning of Macbeth Act 3 Scene 1. Now, based on this section, try to solve this question. Here are 4 options. Analyze, eliminate and choose the right answer. How does Banquo feel about Macbeth's accession to the throne? Banquo's feeling. He is happy for him. He is happy for Macbeth. He is indifferent. He is suspicious. He is jealous. Now let us quickly go through these options and analyze, eliminate and choose. He is not happy for Macbeth. He is not indifferent as well. Banquo is not jealous of Macbeth. So the right answer is option C. He is suspicious. He is suspicious of the path adopted by Macbeth to attain kingship of Scotland. Banquo is contemplating the prophecies given by the witches. What does he fear about Macbeth in Act 3 Scene 1 of Macbeth? Read the text thoroughly so that you can answer these questions quickly and easily. Macbeth will kill him. Is this Banquo's fear? Definitely not. Macbeth will lose his mental stability. Banquo has not yet seen any such signs of mental instability in Macbeth. Yes, he was absent-minded. He was preoccupied with the prophecies, but Banquo is not yet aware of his mental instability. Macbeth will turn into a dictator. This is also not the right answer. So let us read the 4th option, option number D. Macbeth has adopted the most despicable, hateful, wicked methods in order to attain kingship. This is the right answer. And he fears that Macbeth has played most foully for the kingship. What will set Banquo up in fear? Now students, this is a different pattern. Here are 4 statements and here are 4 options. Go through them and choose the right answer. Option A. Fulfillment of the prophecies of the witches in Macbeth's case. Option B. Macbeth's accession to the throne. Option C. Prophecy of the witches made for Banquo, and Fleance's escape from the clutches of the murderers. Well, according to the soliloquy of Banquo, what will set him up in hope? And option D is definitely not the right answer. So, only D, option 3, automatically eliminated. This is not the right answer. And option 4, only C and D. D is not the right answer. Therefore, option 4 will also be incorrect, hence eliminated. We will have to choose between options 1 and 2. Only A and C. Fulfillment of prophecies of the witches in Macbeth's case will set Banquo up in hope, and prophecy of the witches made for Banquo also will set Banquo up in hope. Just go through the opening soliloquy and you will understand the concept. So here the most appropriate response is option 2. Only A and C. Next, how does Banquo respond to Macbeth's invitation to the feast, the solemn supper. He declines, he reluctantly agrees, he readily agrees, or he is hesitant. The right answer is option C. He readily agrees. Lady Macbeth, if he had been forgotten, it had been as a gap in our great feast, and all thing unbecoming. Why is the word gap significant? It is an instance of intense sarcasm. It is an instance of intense dramatic irony. It is an instance of foreshadowing. It is an instance of wit and humor. Definitely, it is not an instance of wit and humor. The first option, eliminate it directly. Only B, it is an instance of intense dramatic irony. Number 3, B and C, intense dramatic irony, foreshadowing. This is the right answer. 3. Only A and C. It is not sarcasm. There is no sarcasm over here. It is both dramatic irony and foreshadowing. Banquo's seat at the great feast does remain a gap, and this foreshadows that Banquo will not be able to attend the banquet. His absence is foreshadowed over here. Dramatic irony as well as foreshadowing. Only B and C. After this, what is the purpose of the solemn supper? Macbeth invites Banquo to attend, to confer upon Banquo honors and rewards, to bestow upon him honors and rewards, to hatch a conspiracy against Banquo, to celebrate Macbeth's ascension or accession to the throne, to confront Banquo about his suspicions. Option C is the right answer, to celebrate Macbeth's accession to the throne. The solemn supper is a ceremonial supper, a ceremonial banquet. Banquo's soliloquy in the opening of Act 3, Scene 1 shows that he is influenced by the prophecies of the witches. He will use all means to secure the throne. He intends to kill Macbeth or all of the above. The right answer is he is influenced by the prophecies of the witches. He is thinking about the prophecies and his own prospects. 8. What does Macbeth refer to as grave and prosperous? Banquo's presence at the banquet, Banquo's advice, Banquo's countenance, or Banquo's murder? The right answer is Banquo's advice. Option B is the right answer. Now quickly moving on to question number 9. Macbeth, tonight we hold a solemn supper, sir, and I will request your presence. Which characteristic trait of Macbeth is evident in his invitation to Banquo? His diplomacy, his humility, his benevolence, or his hypocrisy? His hypocrisy is the right answer. Let your highness command upon me to the which my duties are with a most indissoluble tie forever knit. Banquo's words. Why is Banquo's allegiance inseparably bound to King Macbeth? Macbeth is his kinsman. Macbeth is a dictator. The feudal tie between a liege lord and his vassals was hereditary, or Banquo would be the root and father of many kings. Option C is the right answer. The feudal tie between a liege lord, the king, and his vassal subjects was hereditary, and therefore Banquo's allegiance inseparably bound to King Macbeth. What is Banquo's attitude towards King Macbeth here? Banquo loves Macbeth. Banquo is jealous of Macbeth. Banquo is being hypocritical. Banquo fears Macbeth. The right answer is Macbeth is being hypocritical, Macbeth's hypocrisy, and we also have Banquo's hypocrisy. Both are equally hypocritical over here. What does the question "Ride you this afternoon" signify in Act 3, Scene 1? Shows Macbeth's fondness for Banquo? Definitely not. Eliminate it. Shows Macbeth's dissimulation. Dissimulation, remember in the line by line explanation video, I had given the meaning of this new term, dissimulation. It means pretense. Shows Macbeth's murderous or sinister plans, dangerous plans, both B and C. Well, write you this afternoon a simple question. Shows signifies both Macbeth's pretense as well as his murderous, sinister plans. Option D is the right answer. Which of the following questions asked by Macbeth does not imply Macbeth's criminality and that he has mastered the art of dissimulation? Was it not yesterday we spoke together? Goes fluence with you? Ride you this afternoon? Is it for you ride? Dissimulation, hypocrisy of Macbeth, his falsehood, his criminality. Which question does not imply all these things? The first one, was it not yesterday we spoke together? This is the right answer. Goes fluence with you? Murderous question. Ride you this afternoon? Again, a very clever question. And is it for you ride? All these three questions were asked by Macbeth to draw out important pieces of information from Banquo so that he could plot, so that he could hatch a conspiracy against Banquo properly and he could ensure the successful execution of it. Why are Malcolm and Donalbain called bloody cousins in Act 3, Scene 1? What are they accused of? They have committed regicide, they have committed parricide, they have committed felony, they have committed matricide. This is not the right answer. Matricide, killing mother. Felony is also not right. Regicide, the act of killing the king, is not right. Why? Because Malcolm and Donalbain are sons of King Duncan. Hence, they have committed parricide. Macbeth, we here our bloody cousins are bestowed in England and in Ireland, not confessing their cruel parricide, filling their hearers with strange invention, concocted stories. This is another important MCQ. Where have they gone? England and Ireland. So, learn this as well. Why is Macbeth referring to filling their hearers with strange concocted invention, strange concocted stories? These are the options. He is referring to the accusations of Malcolm and Donalbain against himself. He is referring to the conspiracies hatched by Malcolm and Donalbain against Macbeth and Banquo. He is referring to the confessions of Malcolm and Donalbain. He is referring to the accusations of Malcolm and Donalbain against each other. Incorrect. This is also incorrect. The right answer is the first one. He is referring to the accusations of Malcolm and Donalbain against himself, against Macbeth. He knows, he is sure that both of them are suspicious of Macbeth and hence he fears that he may tell others about these suspicions. After this, goes fluence with you. Why does Macbeth pump out the necessary information about fluence? To ensure the safety of fluence? Definitely not. To ensure the execution of the plot against Banquo? To ensure the accession of fluence to the throne? Or to ensure the killing of Banquo and fluence? Option B is the right answer. He will kill Banquo and he will also kill fluence, not just Banquo alone. What does Macbeth wish for Banquo's horses? To be fast and steady, to be slow and exhausted, to be lost in the night, or to be ridden by fluence? What is the right answer? The first option, option A, to be fast and steady. Quickly moving on to the next question, question number 17. Macbeth asks the attendants and other lords to be master of his time till 8 at night, 7 in the morning, 7 at night, or 6 at night. Read the text. The right answer is 7 at night. Why does Macbeth suggest we will keep ourselves till supper time alone in Act 3, Scene 1 of Macbeth? To enjoy the company of the guests at the banquet all the more pleasantly, to enjoy sound sleep, to prepare themselves for the banquet, or to complete their duties? The right answer is option A, to enjoy the company of the guests at the banquet all the more pleasantly. Macbeth, to be thus is nothing, but to be safely thus, our fears in Banquo stick deep. If to be thus is nothing, what is a real thing? To be king in name only, to be king, ruling in safety, free from all challenge, without fears of being dethroned, to be king with many heirs, to be king served by loyal attendants. If to be thus is nothing, what is a real thing? The real thing is to be king, ruling in safety, free from all challenge, without fears of being dethroned. What is the reason behind Macbeth's restlessness to get rid of Banquo? The greatness of Banquo rouses Macbeth's jealousy, the suspicion that Banquo may attempt to assassinate him, the possibility that Banquo may be the root and father of many kings, all of the above. Here the right answer is all of the above. Macbeth is jealous, he is suspicious, and he feels that the kingship may be shifted to Banquo's issue. His sons may not be the next kings. Banquo may be the root and father of many kings. The prophecy of the witches regarding Banquo. And for all these reasons, Macbeth's restless to get rid of Banquo. Question number 21. Dear students, I hope you will like this worksheet. What does Macbeth fear about Banquo's wisdom? That it will lead to Banquo's downfall, that it will guide Banquo's valor to dangerous actions, that it will make Banquo too confident, that it will ruin Macbeth's own genius. His wisdom? That it will guide Banquo's valor to dangerous actions. Macbeth always fears that Banquo may assassinate him. Inwardly, he has this fear. What did Banquo do when the witches first put the name of king upon Macbeth? So, he was indifferent, he was curious, he was absent-minded, or he chid the witches. He chid the witches. Why was the crown of Macbeth fruitless? His kingship will be in vain. He had no son. He was not destined to rule for a long time. His kingship was not destined to be inherited by his descendants. Only A, only B, only A and D, only D. The right answer is, the most appropriate response is only A and D, that is, his kingship will be in vain, fruitless, because his kingship was not destined to be inherited by his descendants. 24. What did Macbeth do with his eternal jewel? Gave it to the devil, gave it to the witches, kept it safe, destroyed it. Very easy. Gave it to the devil. Macbeth, rather than so, come fate into the list and champion me to the utterance. Here is the passage. Macbeth challenges fate to engage in a single combat with him. What is the significance of this? Macbeth is arrogant and overconfident. Macbeth is erratic, mad. Macbeth is never a fatalist who leaves his destiny to chance, or Macbeth is vain and impulsive. The right answer is Macbeth is never a fatalist who leaves his destiny to chance. He will do whatever it takes to remove Banquo to avoid Banquo from being the root and father of many kings. He is active in his endeavors on his own behalf. He will not leave anything to his destiny. Hence, this challenge to fate is quite natural to one of his temper. Why is the scepter in Macbeth's gripe said to be barren? Banquo's descendants are destined to become kings after Macbeth. Macbeth did not have sons. Macbeth fears his own assassination, hence unsafe. Macbeth is too full of milk of human kindness, hence unfit for kingship. What is the right answer? Banquo's descendants are destined to become kings after Macbeth. Therefore, he feels that the crown is fruitless and the scepter is barren. What is the figure of speech in "Put rancors in the vessels of my peace"? Simile, paradox, alliteration or metaphor? Metaphor is the right answer. Vessel of my peace, the metaphor is perhaps taken from the sacramental cup. Macbeth fears his own assassination and this is disturbing his peace of mind. What had Macbeth made good to the two murderers in their last conference? That Banquo must be killed. That Banquo was responsible for their miserable condition in the past. That Banquo's son Fleance was dangerous, or that Banquo would be the root and father of many kings. Option B. That Banquo was responsible for their miserable condition in the past is the right answer. What had Macbeth passed in probation? Proved point to point with the murderers. How Banquo would become the root and father of many kings. How Banquo kept the murderers in false hopes and adopted various methods to frustrate their hopes. How Banquo would write that afternoon. How Banquo's wisdom guided him safely in all that he had undertaken to do. Option B is the right answer. What did Macbeth achieve? As the first murderer said, "You made it known to us." Manipulated them, allayed their fears, instigated them against Banquo, both A and C. Well, he manipulated them as well as instigated them against Banquo. Option D is the right answer. What does Macbeth ask the murderers about their patience? If they have patience to let Banquo live, if they have the patience to follow through with the plan, if they have the patience to pray for Banquo, or if they have the patience to wait for Macbeth's orders. The right answer is if they have the patience to let Banquo live. What kind of life will the murderers and the others lead if Banquo remains alive? Prosperous, healthy, poor and sickly, poverty-stricken, poor and sickly. If he dies, they will lead a life of health and happiness. Which business will Macbeth put in the bosoms of the murderers? Assassination of Duncan, assassination of Banquo, assassination of Macduff, or assassination of Donald Ben? B. Assassination of Banquo. What will the first murderer and the second murderer achieve if they execute Macbeth's business properly? They will do away with Banquo, their enemy. It will make them deeply attached to the affections of King Macbeth. They will attain monetary rewards from King Macbeth. It will ensure the removal of Macduff, Malcolm and Donald Ben. What is the right answer? So, if they execute Banquo, what will they achieve? They will do away with their enemy Banquo, and they will also be bound to the heart and love of King Macbeth. Here, both the options are correct. They will do away with Banquo, their enemy, and it will make them deeply attached to the affections of King Macbeth. Why is the second murderer prepared to spite the world recklessly? He is embittered due to the sufferings and sorrows of the world, the blows and buffets of the world. He is jealous of Banquo. He is tired of his poverty-stricken condition. He wants to prove his allegiance to King Macbeth. He wants to spite the world because the vile blows and buffets of the world have incensed him, made him reckless. So, option A is the right answer. Why will the first murderer put his life at risk to improve the prospects of his life or die in the attempt? Why will he do so? He is embittered due to the blows and buffets of the world. He is jealous of Banquo. He is faithful to King Macbeth. He is weary with disasters, tugged with fortune. It's in the text. Option D is the right answer. Very quickly, now the next question. What will happen every minute Banquo continues to live? Banquo will hatch a conspiracy against Macbeth. Banquo will attain kingship. Banquo's life threatens to stab Macbeth in the heart, and Banquo will ensure Fleance's accession to the throne. The right answer is option C. Now, why did Macbeth say that he could not order Banquo's execution? Banquo was his best friend. Banquo's good advice was grave and prosperous. Macbeth will not drop certain mutual friends. Macbeth lacks courage and is unmanly. He will not drop certain mutual friends. According to Macbeth, whose every minute of existence is a threat to him, Malcolm's, Banquo's, Fleance's, Donalbain's. Banquo's is the right answer. And what does Macbeth mean when he says, masking the business from the common eye, concealing the plot to assassinate Banquo from public knowledge, hiding the conspiracy from Lady Macbeth, concealing the conspiracy from the lords gathered at the banquet, disguising the assassination with suicide? The first option, concealing, masking, business, the plot to assassinate Banquo from the common eye, from public knowledge. Next question. Macbeth, within this hour at most, I will advise you where to plant yourselves. Number 1, acquaint you with the perfect spy of the time. Number 2, the moment on it. What is significant of the manner in which Macbeth gives instructions to the murderers? Do this, do that. I have planned everything. Macbeth has progressed much further in criminality. Macbeth has planned everything minutely to ensure success. Macbeth is bent on revenge. Macbeth wants to prove his manliness to Lady Macbeth. Well, the last two options 3 and 4 are not the correct answer. They are not the correct options. So we'll have to choose between the two. Both are correct. He has progressed much farther in criminality and he has planned everything minutely to ensure success. So what is the right answer? It's option B, 1 and 3. Only 1 and 3. This is the right answer. According to Macbeth, Banquo's murder must be carried out at some distance away from the palace. Why? To avoid any mistakes, to keep Macbeth away from suspicion, to avoid interrupting the solemn supper, to avoid discovery of Banquo's corpse. Option B, to keep Macbeth away from all suspicion. What does Macbeth plan to do with Banquo's soul? Send it to heaven that night if he is eligible to go to heaven at all. Sell it to Satan, ignore it, trap it forever. The right answer is send it to heaven that night itself. Who must embrace the fate of that dark hour? Macduff, Duncan, Lady Macbeth or Fleance? Fleance is the right answer. This is the question. What fate must Fleance embrace? He will be made king, he will be murdered, he will be banished, he will be imprisoned, he will be murdered. Option B. Why is the dark hour chosen for the murder of Fleance? Banquo will come after nightfall. A wicked deed will be done. It is not a moonlit night. Both A and B. The right answer is dark hour, because Banquo will come after nightfall in the darkness, and since murder is a wicked deed, it is referred to as dark. Why will Macbeth leave no rubs nor botches in the work related to Banquo? He mistrusts Fleance. He fears his own assassination. He will not allow the issues of Banquo to be kings after him. He does not lose certain mutual friends. So, the right answer is he will not allow the issues of Banquo to be kings after him. How do the murderers feel about murdering Banquo? They are nervous, they are hesitant, they are indecisive, they are resolved. They are resolved is the right answer. The last few questions. What is the purpose of the Senate sounded at the beginning of Act 3, Scene 1 to signal a battle, to announce the arrival of royalty, to signal a victory, to announce the king's accession to throne? Act 3, Scene 1 to announce the arrival of royalty. Lady Macbeth and King Macbeth. What does Macbeth compare men to when speaking with the murderers? Dogs, wolves, eagles, foxes, dogs. Which in his death were perfect. According to Macbeth, what would be perfect in Banquo's death? His crown, administration of Scotland, his health and happiness, all of the above. The right answer is all of the above. His health and happiness. What does Lady Macbeth say would have happened if Banquo had been forgotten? The celebration would have been ruined. Macbeth would have been vexed. It would have been a gap in their solemn supper. Banquo would have been offended. It would have been a gap in their solemn supper. What is the meaning of beggared yours? Reduced you to a life of misery, reduced your sway over others, reduced your family to slaves, reduced your issue to extreme poverty. The right answer, reduced your issue to extreme poverty.